I need to share this message right now because my guides are coming through so strongly with this divine download about your recent spiritual evolution. The energy around you is absolutely radiant. There's been this massive shift in your spiritual frequency that's literally lighting up the ethereal realm. I'm being shown how your aura has transformed over these past few weeks, and it's creating this magnetic pull that's affecting everyone around you, especially this divine masculine connection. What's fascinating is that I'm sensing you might not even fully realize how much your energy has changed. You've probably noticed little signs, though. Maybe strangers suddenly opening up to you about their life stories, or finding yourself giving wisdom that surprises even you. The number sequences 111 and 555 keep flashing in my mind as I tune into your energy, and I'm betting you've been seeing these everywhere lately. This spiritual upgrade you're going through isn't just about you. I'm being shown very clearly that it's awakening ancient soul codes within you. It's like your DNA is literally being rewired on a spiritual level. Your guides are really emphasizing how this divine masculine in your energy can't stop thinking about you, but they want you to understand there's a much deeper purpose to this magnetic pull you're creating. I'm feeling such strong validation coming through about your dreams becoming more vivid lately. You might be waking up feeling like these dreams are trying to tell you something important, and your intuition about this is absolutely right. Your psychic abilities are opening up in ways that might even feel a bit overwhelming at times. The energy I'm picking up right now is so powerful, and I'm being guided to the high priestess energy that's surrounding you. Your guides are showing me how this person in your life is experiencing sleepless nights, completely consumed by thoughts of you. But there's something crucial you need to understand about why this is happening right now. What's really interesting about this connection is that my guides are revealing that this time of intense attraction is actually part of a much bigger spiritual lesson unfolding. The King of Pentacles energy is coming through so strongly right now. I'm feeling this incredible grounded wisdom that you've been developing through all of your spiritual growth. It's like everything you've learned in the ethereal realm is now taking solid form in your physical reality. You know how sometimes you get those random urges to completely reorganize your space? I'm sensing you've been feeling that lately, and it's actually a physical manifestation of this internal reorganization happening in your energy field. Your guides are showing me how you're stepping into this beautiful balance of being both spiritually awakened and practically grounded. It's rare to see someone handle both energies so naturally. What's really interesting is how this connects back to the high priestess energy we saw earlier. Your intuition has been on fire lately, right? But now instead of just getting these psychic hits, you're actually knowing how to use them in practical ways. I am being shown images of people coming to you for advice more and more frequently, maybe even strangers opening up to you in unexpected places. This is your spiritual gifts grounding into reality. The Sun card that came through earlier is playing such an important role here too. This illumination you've been experiencing isn't just in your spiritual understanding. It's starting to shine through in your material world. I'm getting strong messages about unexpected financial opportunities starting to appear for you. Your guides want you to know this isn't just coincidence. It's directly connected to your spiritual evolution. But here's where it gets really interesting. Remember that Nine of Swords energy we saw, showing how this divine masculine can't sleep because they're thinking about you. Well, I'm being shown that they're actually recognizing something really profound in you. They're seeing both your spiritual depth and your ability to master the material world. It's like they're witnessing you become this powerful force that can bridge both realms. There's a test coming, though. I'm getting this really clear message about loyalty. As your energy becomes more magnetic, you're going to notice that not everyone around you has the purest intentions. Your guides are really emphasizing the importance of protecting your energy right now. You might already be feeling this urge to create new boundaries, especially with certain people who seem to drain your energy. I'm being drawn to share something really specific. Have you been having dreams about teaching or guiding others? These dreams are actually messages about your evolving role. You're being prepared for a position of both spiritual and material leadership. But first, there's this important period of discernment you need to go through. It's about understanding who truly resonates with your elevated frequency and who's just temporarily drawn to your light. Let me pull a card to understand more about this shift in your energy that's happening. The Hierophant has just appeared, and wow, the energy coming through with this card is so powerful. This completely confirms what your guides have been trying to tell us. You're not just going through a spiritual awakening. You're being prepared to guide others through theirs. I keep seeing this image of you standing in front of a door, but instead of walking through it yourself, you're helping others find their way to it. It's like you've become this bridge between the spiritual and physical worlds. I'm getting such strong confirmation that people have been coming to you more and more lately, maybe even strangers, asking for your advice or just opening up to you about their problems. Has this been happening to you? It's like you've become this magnet for people who need guidance, even if you weren't trying to be. Your guides are showing me how you've started explaining really complex spiritual ideas to people in ways that just make sense to them. Like you'll be having a normal conversation and suddenly you find yourself breaking down these huge spiritual concepts into simple terms that anyone can understand. The crazy thing is, you might not even realize you're doing it. It just flows through you naturally now. I keep seeing the number sequences 333 and 777 floating around you. If you've been seeing these numbers everywhere, it's a direct sign from your guides about this teaching role you're stepping into. They're telling me you might be having these really vivid dreams lately where you're teaching or helping people. These aren't just regular dreams. They're actually training sessions with your guides, preparing you for this new role. But here's the thing, and your guides really want me to emphasize this magnetic pull you're feeling with this divine masculine. It's actually part of a much bigger plan. Yes, there's this intense attraction, but it's serving a higher purpose. This person is being drawn to your energy because they're meant to help activate something within you. It's like they're a key that's helping unlock these ancient teaching abilities you carry. I'm feeling such a strong message coming through about boundaries, though. As your energy becomes more magnetic and more people are drawn to you for guidance, you need to be really careful about how you manage your energy. Your guides are showing me this image of a beautiful garden with a fence around it. The fence doesn't keep people out completely, but it helps control how and when they enter. This is the kind of energy boundary you need to set up. You know what's really interesting? As you've been developing these abilities, you might have noticed you're getting these sudden downloads of information about other people's life paths. Like you'll be talking to someone and suddenly just know exactly what they need to hear. This is your ancient soul codes activating, but your guides are saying it's super important to ground yourself daily as these abilities get stronger. I'm seeing a lot of you working with crystals or spending time in nature. This is exactly what you need to keep doing to stay balanced. The Hierophant's energy is really emphasizing this balance between being a spiritual teacher and staying grounded in the physical world. Your guides are showing me that you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by all this new energy and responsibility, but they want you to know you're more than ready for this. They're actually showing me how you've been preparing for this role for many lifetimes. And what's really fascinating about this preparation over many lifetimes is how it's all coming together now with this divine masculine connection. I keep getting such strong confirmation about this as I look at these cards again. The high priestess that came up earlier, she's literally glowing with this message about your intuitive gifts fully activating now. And paired with the sun card we pulled before, it's like your inner light is getting so bright that this divine masculine can't help but be drawn to it. You know how the King of Pentacles showed up in our earlier pull? He's been coming through so strongly as this divine masculine's energy, very successful, grounded, practical. But here's what's really interesting. Let me pull another card to understand the deeper spiritual purpose of this magnetic pull between you two. The Two of Cups has just appeared, and wow, the energy with this card is different. It's not just showing a regular romantic connection. There's this golden light surrounding both figures in the card, and I'm getting this really clear message that this pull between you two goes way beyond normal attraction. Your guides are showing me this image of two mirrors facing each other, creating this infinite reflection. That's what's happening between you and this divine masculine. You're reflecting each other's spiritual growth. They can't stop thinking about you because they're recognizing something in you that they're ready to awaken within themselves. It's like your increased spiritual awareness is triggering something deep within them. I'm getting such strong confirmation that you've been noticing more and more synchronicities lately, especially the number 222. Have you been seeing this everywhere? This number is all about partnerships and duality, but not just romantic partnerships. It's about the partnership between your human self and your higher self, between the teacher and student parts of you. Your guides are showing me how people have been telling you that you look different lately, like there's this glow about you they can't quite explain. Some of you might have even had strangers stop you to ask what's different about you. This isn't just about physical appearance. It's your energy field expanding as these ancient soul codes activate. What's really beautiful about this is how you're starting to understand your past relationship patterns in a whole new way. It's like you're seeing the bigger picture of how each relationship was preparing you for this moment, for this level of spiritual understanding. Your guides are showing me how you're starting to have these moments of complete clarity about past situations that used to confuse you. The energy between these cards is really emphasizing how this magnetic pull with the divine masculine is actually helping to cement your role as a spiritual teacher. But they're also showing me how important it is for you to stay grounded through this process. I keep seeing this image of a tree with really deep roots, but branches reaching up to the stars. That's the balance you need to maintain right now. But remember, just like that tree reaching both deep into the earth and up to the stars, there's an even bigger transformation happening here. Let me pull another card to understand the full scope of what's unfolding with this divine connection. The Tower has just appeared, and the energy around this card is so powerful, I can barely hold it. It's showing up right next to the High Priestess we pulled earlier. And oh my goodness, this combination is speaking volumes about what's really going on beneath the surface. You see, while this divine masculine is having those sleepless nights we saw in the Nine of Swords earlier, it's not just about them missing you or thinking about you. This Tower moment is showing me that your increased spiritual vibration is actually causing a complete breakdown of their old belief systems. Your energy is so pure, so evolved now that it's literally forcing them to question everything they thought they knew about love, about spirituality, about themselves. I'm getting such a clear message that many of you have been finding yourself speaking truths lately that you didn't even know you had inside you. It's like wisdom is just flowing through you effortlessly. People are probably telling you, you seem different, or there's something about you that's changed. This isn't just a surface level change. These ancient soul codes within you are fully activating now. The Tower's appearance is also pointing to a specific conversation that keeps trying to happen. You know the one I'm talking about. Every time you think about having it, something comes up, or maybe you've been avoiding it because you know it's going to change everything. Your guides are showing me that this conversation is actually a crucial catalyst for both you and this divine masculine's spiritual growth. I'm seeing such clear signs of your expanding influence. Random people probably keep coming to you for advice, maybe even strangers opening up to you in grocery stores or coffee shops. This isn't a coincidence. Your energy has become like this beacon of wisdom and healing, and people can feel it even if they don't understand what they're feeling. The combination of these cards is showing me that what looks like an obsession from this divine masculine, those sleepless nights, those constant thoughts about you, it's actually their own spiritual awakening beginning to surface. Your evolved energy is triggering something deep within them, breaking down walls they didn't even know they had. Some of you might be seeing numbers like 555 or 777 everywhere. These are direct confirmations of this massive transformation taking place. Your guides want you to know that this isn't just about a romantic connection. You're acting as a spiritual catalyst right now. And while this divine masculine might be the most obvious example, you're actually affecting everyone around you. Have you noticed yourself suddenly wanting to clear out old belongings, like you're being pushed to make space for something new? This is all part of the transformation the Tower is bringing forward. I'm seeing your dreams becoming more vivid, more prophetic. You're probably waking up with insights that seem to come from nowhere, but they're actually messages from your higher self as these ancient soul codes continue to activate. The intensity of how others are reacting to your energy right now is a direct reflection of the spiritual power you're stepping into. And as I'm sitting with this energy, I feel guided to pull one more card to understand the deeper purpose of all these activations happening within you. The Ace of Pentacles just fell out of the deck, And wow, this is such a powerful confirmation of everything we've been talking about. This isn't just about your personal transformation or even about this divine masculine anymore. There's something much bigger taking shape here. You see, these ancient soul codes awakening within you, they're actually preparing you for a leadership role you might not even realize you're meant to step into. I'm getting such a clear message that many of you have recently found yourself explaining spiritual concepts or giving advice in ways that surprise even you. It's like suddenly you have access to this well of wisdom that's always been there, but it's only now bubbling up to the surface. The Ace of Pentacles is showing me that all of this spiritual growth isn't just ethereal. It's meant to manifest in very real, tangible ways in your life. I'm seeing opportunities starting to appear that seem to come out of nowhere. Maybe you've been getting random job offers, or people have been approaching you about collaboration opportunities. Some of you might even be feeling a strong urge to start some kind of teaching or healing practice, even if you've never considered yourself a teacher before. Your guides are showing me that the magnetic pull you're experiencing with this divine masculine, it's actually serving as a sort of energetic template. The way they can't stop thinking about you, the way your energy is affecting them so deeply, it's like a mirror showing you how your energy is going to affect others as you step more fully into your power. But here's the thing. It's not just about attraction or influence. You're being prepared to help guide others through their own awakening processes. I'm getting such strong confirmation that many of you have been experiencing really vivid dreams lately, dreams that feel more like memories or visions. Your guides are using your dream state to download important information, preparing you for this larger mission. And have you noticed how your living space suddenly feels like it needs to change? Maybe you've been getting strong urges to rearrange furniture or clear out old belongings. This is your energy field expanding, literally requiring more space as these ancient wisdom codes continue to activate. The Ace of Pentacles is also showing me that there's a really important timing element at play here. While all of this might feel overwhelming or intense right now, there's a divine orchestration happening. Each synchronicity, each random person who opens up to you, each unexpected opportunity, they're all pieces of a larger puzzle that's coming together perfectly. Your guides want you to know that you don't need to force anything or try to figure it all out at once. Your only job right now is to stay open and receptive as these gifts continue to unfold. What's really fascinating is how this awakening within you is creating this ripple effect in the collective. The sleepless nights this divine masculine is experiencing, it's like they're unconsciously tuning into this bigger awakening that's happening through you. They're just one of the first to feel it so intensely because of your soul connection. But this energy is going to start affecting others in similar ways. And that's exactly what I'm seeing with this Knight of Wands that just revealed itself. It's so interesting because this knight is rushing forward with such purpose, such passion, just like these ancient wisdom codes are rushing to the surface within you. I can't help but notice how this connects perfectly with the high priestess energy we saw earlier. It's like you've been in this deep, intuitive space of learning, and now suddenly you're being called to move, to take action with all this knowledge. I'm feeling such a strong message about teaching coming through. Like you might be finding yourself explaining spiritual concepts to people and afterward thinking, wait, how did I even know that? It's because these soul codes, this ancient wisdom, it's not new to you. You've carried it for lifetimes. And now, with everything that's been shaking up in your world, remember that Tower card we pulled earlier? It's all starting to make sense why you had to go through those challenging experiences. I keep seeing this image of a key turning in a lock, but it's not just one lock. It's like a series of them, all unlocking at once. And every time you share your wisdom, every time you find yourself naturally mediating a situation or offering guidance that seems to come from nowhere, you're unlocking another level of your gifts. The Hierophant that showed up earlier, it's all connecting now. You're shifting from being the student to becoming the teacher, but in such an organic, natural way. You might be noticing numbers like 111, 444, or 777 everywhere you go. These aren't just random coincidences. They're confirmations from your guides that you're absolutely on the right path. And here's something really interesting. Many of you have been having these really vivid dreams lately, dreams where you're standing in front of groups of people or teaching in some way. Your guides are literally training you while you sleep. This magnetic energy we talked about earlier, it's not just affecting that divine masculine. I'm seeing people at work, in the grocery store, even random strangers being drawn to share their deepest thoughts with you. It might feel overwhelming at times, like, why is everyone suddenly telling me their life story? But this is part of your awakening into this leadership role. The combination of the Knight of Wands with our earlier cards is showing me that while all this is unfolding rapidly, there's a divine timing to it. You don't need to force yourself to start a YouTube channel or open a spiritual practice tomorrow, though some of you might feel called to do exactly that. The key is to allow these gifts to emerge naturally while staying grounded in your daily practices. I'm getting such a clear message about the importance of documenting all these insights that are coming through, whether it's through journaling, voice notes, or even just quick notes on your phone. There's wisdom coming through that's not just for right now, but will be important for what's coming next. Your guides are showing me that these seemingly random insights are actually puzzle pieces of a much bigger picture that's going to become clear over the next few months. And speaking of bigger pictures coming clear, I'm absolutely stunned by what's showing up now with the Star card. This is such powerful confirmation of everything we've been talking about. You see, the star follows the tower in the traditional tarot. It's that light of hope and divine guidance that comes after everything has been shaken up. And that's exactly where you are right now. I'm getting such strong chills because this star energy is directly connecting to that high priestess we saw earlier. It's like you've been in this cocoon of spiritual wisdom with the high priestess. And now the star is saying it's time to let that light shine out into the world. I'm hearing so clearly that this magnetic pull people are feeling toward you. It's not just about attraction or romance. It's about your soul purpose awakening. You might be feeling a bit overwhelmed by all of this. I'm sensing that some of you are thinking, who am I to be a teacher? Who am I to guide others? But here's the beautiful thing. These doubts are actually confirming that you're on the right path. Your guides are showing me that true wisdom always comes with humility. You're not meant to be some untouchable guru. You're meant to be a bridge, helping others understand these spiritual concepts in a way that makes sense in everyday life. I keep seeing this image of ripples in water, starting small but spreading out wider and wider. That's what's happening with your energy right now. Maybe you've noticed people at work coming to you with their problems, or friends suddenly opening up about their spiritual experiences. This isn't random. It's your star energy in action. You're becoming a lighthouse for others, but in such a natural, gentle way. The combination of these cards, the star, the high priestess, the tower we saw earlier, and the Hierophant, they're all pointing to this amazing transformation in your role within the collective. But here's what's really interesting. Your guides are showing me that this divine masculine person who can't stop thinking about you, they're actually playing a crucial part in this awakening. Their attraction to you is like a mirror, reflecting back how powerful your light has become. I'm feeling such strong guidance about the importance of trusting these new abilities that are surfacing, like when you just know something before it happens, or when you find yourself saying exactly what someone needs to hear without even thinking about it. These aren't coincidences. They're your ancient wisdom codes activating. And yes, it might feel scary or overwhelming at times, but that's exactly why this awakening is happening gradually. Your guides want you to know that you don't need to have everything figured out right now. Some of you might be feeling pressure to start teaching or sharing your gifts in a formal way. But I'm being shown that the most powerful impact often happens in those small, everyday moments. When you naturally share your wisdom in conversations, when you hold space for someone who's struggling, these are just as important as any formal teaching role. Speaking of those everyday teaching moments, I'm being drawn to pull another card for clarity about how to navigate this evolving energy. And wow, the Six of Pentacles has just appeared, and I'm getting full body chills right now because this is such perfect divine timing. This card is all about the sacred dance of giving and receiving, and it's showing up right after all these messages about your teaching gifts for a very specific reason. You see, there's something really beautiful happening here. While everyone seems to be drawn to your energy and wisdom, right now, this Six of Pentacles is saying that you're also meant to receive just as much as you give. Some of you might be feeling a bit drained lately. Like everyone wants a piece of your energy, your time, your wisdom, and I'm hearing very clearly that this is actually a lesson in boundaries and divine balance. Going back to that high priestess energy we saw earlier, combined with this Six of Pentacles, there's a really important message coming through. Your guides are showing me that as these ancient wisdom codes activate within you, it's crucial to understand that you're not just here to pour out your energy to others. You're also meant to be filled up by divine wisdom yourself. It's like you're both the student and the teacher at the same time. I'm seeing this really interesting vision of you standing in the middle of two mirrors, and your energy is bouncing back and forth, getting stronger with each reflection. This is what's happening with this divine masculine connection too. Their intense thoughts about you aren't just about attraction. They're actually helping to amplify these ancient codes within you. It's like their attention is acting as a mirror, reflecting your own power back to you. You know, it's funny. I'm hearing some of you have been having these moments where you start speaking and wisdom just flows out of you. And afterward, you're like, where did that even come from? That's these ancient teacher codes activating. And the Six of Pentacles is showing that as you share these spontaneous wisdom downloads, you're also meant to receive new insights in return. It's this beautiful cycle of spiritual growth. Remember that a Knight of Wands energy we saw earlier. Combined with this Six of Pentacles, it's showing that your passionate spiritual momentum isn't just moving you forward, it's creating this ripple effect in the collective. But here's the key, and I'm getting such strong guidance about this. You need to stay grounded in this process. The Six of Pentacles is very much about practical, earthly balance, even while dealing with spiritual matters. I'm seeing numbers, specifically 555 and 11 flashing up for some of you. These are huge confirmation numbers about this transformation you're going through. And I'm hearing that some of you have been getting random comments from people about how different you seem lately or how you're glowing. This isn't just regular compliments. It's literal confirmation of your frequency shifting. That glow they're noticing isn't just surface level. And speaking of this transformation, I need to pull another card because I'm feeling such strong energy coming through right now. The Queen of Cups just emerged and my whole body is tingling because this is exactly what we've been talking about. She represents this incredible divine feminine wisdom that's awakening within you. You know how sometimes you just know things without knowing how you know them? That's this Queen of Cups energy merging with that High Priestess we saw earlier. Together, they're showing me that you're stepping into this role of what I'd call a wisdom keeper. It's like you've always had these ancient teaching abilities inside you, but they've been sleeping until now. These codes, these sacred patterns of knowledge, they're activating in your DNA. I'm literally seeing this image of a golden light moving through your body, waking up these dormant abilities. And here's something wild. You might have noticed lately that people are coming to you for advice about things you've never even experienced yourself. Yet somehow you know exactly what to say to help them. That's these ancient teacher codes at work. I'm hearing that some of you have even been having dreams about teaching in temples or guiding groups of people. These aren't just random dreams. They're memories of your soul purpose surfacing. Remember that star card we pulled earlier? Combined with this Queen of Cups, it's showing that your role is expanding way beyond what you might have imagined. You're not just growing spiritually for yourself anymore. You're becoming this beacon of light that's helping others awaken too. And that Knight of Wands energy we saw, it's fueling this whole transformation, giving you the courage to step into this bigger role. Now, about this divine masculine who can't stop thinking about you, there's something deeper happening here. The Queen of Cups is showing me that your energy is actually triggering their own spiritual awakening when they're lying awake at night thinking about you. It's not just attraction, though that's definitely part of it. Your energy is actually activating something in them too. It's like you're holding up a mirror to their soul, showing them what's possible in their own spiritual journey. I'm getting such strong guidance about this. Your magnetism isn't random. It's actually a tool for collective awakening. People aren't just drawn to your outer beauty or personality. They're unconsciously recognizing this ancient wisdom within you. Even if they don't understand it consciously, their souls know. I'm seeing the number 555 flash in my mind right now, which is all about major life changes and spiritual transformation. This is confirmation that you're exactly where you need to be in this process. But here's something really important coming through. As you step into this role of spiritual catalyst and teacher, you need to remember to stay balanced. I'm seeing some of you giving so much energy to others that you're feeling drained. Your guides want you to know that it's okay. Actually, it's necessary to take time to refill your own spiritual cup. When you do, these teaching abilities will flow even more naturally. Think of yourself as a sacred vessel. You need to receive divine wisdom just as much as you share it. I'm actually getting chills because I'm seeing this beautiful image of you standing in a stream of golden light, being filled up with divine knowledge before it flows through you to others. And as that golden light continues flowing through you, I'm being called to pull another card because there's such powerful energy coming through right now. The World card just appeared and I literally got goosebumps all over my arms because this is exactly what your guides have been trying to tell us about your spiritual evolution. This isn't just any ordinary transformation. This is the completion of a massive soul cycle. You know how sometimes before a big storm, you can feel the pressure change in the air? That's what's happening with your energy right now. People aren't just drawn to you because you're glowing up. They're feeling the ripple effects of your spiritual completion. This world card is showing me that you've been doing such deep inner work, probably without even realizing how big it really was. All those nights you spent questioning yourself, all those moments of doubt, they were actually preparing you for this enormous leap in consciousness. I'm seeing something really interesting. It's like your DNA is literally lighting up. Your guides are showing me these spirals of light, like a spiritual version of DNA. And they're saying that ancient wisdom codes are activating within you. This is why you've been having those moments where knowledge just drops into your mind out of nowhere. Maybe you've been saying things to help others and afterward thinking, where did that even come from? That's these ancient teaching codes waking up. And there's something really specific coming through about numbers. I keep seeing 5v5 and 777 flashing in my mind. If you've been seeing these numbers everywhere, that's your confirmation that this transformation is divinely guided. Your guides are saying these numbers are like spiritual timestamps, marking this massive awakening period in your soul's journey. This connection with your divine masculine, it goes so much deeper than just romantic feelings. The World card, combined with that Two of Cups we saw earlier, is showing me that this is actually part of a much bigger plan for collective healing. When they can't sleep at night, thinking about you, shown by that Nine of Swords energy we saw, it's because their soul is literally being rewired by your frequency. You're not just triggering their awakening, you're helping heal ancestral patterns that have been stuck for generations. I'm getting such strong guidance about your role as a spiritual teacher. People are going to start coming to you more and more for advice, even about things you've never experienced. Don't doubt yourself when this happens. These ancient wisdom codes that are activating in you carry knowledge from many lifetimes. The World card is showing me that you're stepping into what your soul came here to do. You're becoming a bridge between the spiritual and physical realms. But there's something really important your guides want you to know. This isn't about being perfect or having all the answers. I'm seeing this image of a beautiful ancient temple, and you're standing there in simple clothes, just being yourself. The message is clear. Your power comes from your authenticity, not from trying to fit some ideal of what a spiritual teacher should be. When you share your wisdom, it should feel as natural as breathing. Your power really does come from just being authentically you. And speaking of authenticity, I just got hit with this incredibly strong energy that's making me reach for the cards again. The King of Swords just jumped out, and wow, this is such a powerful confirmation of everything we've been talking about. This king represents this crystal clear understanding that's coming through for you right now. You know how sometimes things just click in your mind, like all these puzzle pieces suddenly fitting together? That's what's happening for you right now. This King of Swords energy is showing me that you're starting to understand things in a whole new way. Not just about this connection with your divine masculine, but about your whole purpose here. I keep seeing this image of you standing in front of a mirror, but instead of seeing your reflection, you're seeing ripples of light moving out from you into the world. Your guides are showing me that when people come to you now, maybe at work or even just random conversations at the store, they're not just drawn to your outer energy. They're actually being pulled toward these wisdom codes that are activating within you. You might have noticed lately that you're explaining things to people in ways that surprise even you, like someone comes to you with a problem and suddenly you're breaking it down in this really clear way that just makes perfect sense. That's this King of Swords energy working through you. It's like you've got this direct line to higher wisdom now, but it comes through in this really practical, down-to-earth way that people can actually use. And here's something really interesting. Your guides are showing me that all these recent dreams you've been having, especially the ones about teaching or helping others, they're actually previews of your path ahead. You're not just going to be sharing wisdom. You're going to be helping people understand their own spiritual gifts too. I'm feeling such strong confirmation about the number sequences you've been seeing, especially 555 and 777. The 555 is about these massive changes happening in your life, and 777 is literally your guides giving you a standing ovation for how you're handling this transformation. But there's more to it. These numbers are like activation codes for your spiritual DNA. Each time you see them, it's like another piece of your ancient wisdom is being unlocked. Your relationship with this divine masculine, it's fascinating how it fits into all of this. The King of Swords is showing me that what you're experiencing with them isn't just attraction or even just a spiritual connection. It's like your energy is actually helping rewire their understanding of spirituality. When they can't stop thinking about you, it's because your frequency is literally helping them access parts of their soul they've never reached before. This is why you might be feeling this urge to organize your space or clear things out lately. Your guides are saying this isn't just regular spring cleaning energy. You're actually making energetic space for all this wisdom that's about to come through you. Every time you clear out a drawer or organize a shelf, you're symbolically creating more room for these ancient teachings to emerge. You know what's really interesting about this clearing out energy? It's actually preparing you for something much bigger. I just got chills because the Ace of Pentacles literally jumped out of the deck as I was thinking about this. And this isn't just any normal opportunity coming your way. This is about how all these spiritual gifts you've been developing are about to take physical form in your life. I keep seeing this image of a seed breaking through the soil, but it's glowing from within. Your guides are showing me that all these little ways you've been helping people understand themselves better. That's just the beginning. This Ace of Pentacles is telling me there's going to be real, tangible ways for you to share this wisdom you carry. You might have noticed lately that when you talk to people, they often say things like, I've never told anyone this before, or I don't know why I'm sharing this with you. That's not a coincidence. Your energy has this amazing way of making people feel safe enough to open up, to really look at parts of themselves they usually keep hidden. It's like you're carrying this light that helps others see their own path more clearly. I'm actually getting goosebumps right now because your guides are showing me how this connects to the high priestess energy we saw earlier. You're not just learning anymore. You're stepping into this role of a teacher, a guide. But here's the thing. It's happening so naturally that you might not even realize it's happening. Like when you're in the grocery store and suddenly someone starts telling you their life story, or when coworkers keep coming to you for advice about things that go way deeper than work stuff. The star card that showed up earlier makes so much more sense now too. It's like you're becoming this beacon of hope for others, but in this really grounded, practical way. Your guides want you to know that when people can't take their eyes off you, when they feel drawn to you, it's not just about physical attraction. You're literally helping them remember parts of their soul they've forgotten. And about this divine masculine who can't stop thinking about you, your guides are showing me something really fascinating. When they think about you, it's actually triggering their own spiritual awakening. It's like your energy is this key that's unlocking doors in their soul they didn't even know existed. The sleepless nights they're experiencing, that's not just about missing you. It's their soul literally reorganizing itself because of the frequencies you carry. This Ace of Pentacles is showing me that you're about to enter a phase where these gifts become even more visible. I keep seeing people coming to you for guidance, but in a way that feels totally natural and right. Your guides are saying you don't need to force anything or try to be some kind of spiritual teacher. Just being yourself is enough. The way you naturally explain things, the way you help people see situations differently, that's your gift in action. You might start feeling pulled to write things down more, to keep track of the insights that come through you. Your guides are showing me journals or notebooks filled with wisdom that's not just for you. It's meant to be shared, but timing is everything here. They're showing me that right now it's about trusting this process and letting these gifts unfold naturally. And you know what's really beautiful about all of this? The way your guides have been preparing you for this moment all along. I'm seeing this image of you as a little girl, always knowing somehow that you'd help people, always being the one friends came to for advice. That wasn't just a coincidence. It was preparation for right now. Your guides are showing me this amazing ripple effect that happens whenever you share your wisdom with someone. It's like dropping a stone in a pond, but instead of regular ripples, I'm seeing these golden waves of light spreading out. When you help one person understand themselves better, they go on to affect everyone around them. That's why this divine masculine can't stop thinking about you. You've triggered something in their soul that's waking them up to their own truth. I'm getting such strong chills right now because the high priestess energy we saw earlier is literally glowing in your energy field. You've moved beyond just learning spiritual lessons. You're becoming this incredible teacher and guide, but in this really natural, down-to-earth way. People feel safe with you, like they can tell you anything. That's a gift, but it's also a responsibility. The star card that appeared earlier makes even more sense now. You're literally becoming this beacon of light for others. But here's what your guides really want you to understand. This isn't about becoming some guru or putting yourself on a pedestal. It's about being authentically you and sharing your wisdom in your own unique way. I keep seeing images of journals or notebooks. Your guides are strongly suggesting you start writing down these insights you're getting. They're not just for you anymore. The Queen of Cups energy tells me you've gained this amazing emotional wisdom that others need right now. If you've been feeling overwhelmed by how many people are suddenly drawn to you or seeking your advice, your guides want you to know that's totally normal. You're adjusting to this new energy, this new role. It's okay to take your time, to set boundaries, to say no when you need to. I know this journey can feel intense sometimes, and there's so much more we could explore about your unique spiritual gifts and this divine masculine connection. That's why I offer private readings through my Patreon, where we can dive deeper into your specific situation. If this reading resonated with you, please consider subscribing to our soul family here on YouTube. We're all growing and evolving together, and your energy adds so much to our collective journey. Remember, you're not just going through a spiritual upgrade, you're becoming exactly who you were always meant to be. Trust this process, trust your gifts, and most importantly, trust yourself.